love is a lot more than just a feeling, and it's a lot more than a choice. It's a combination. It's very hard to explain. It's just better felt and lived out. And the best thing that I can say about Lexi is she definitely loves parts of me that I can't come to terms with accepting. And I'm sure she'd say the vice versa. And I believe that relationally that's important to, accept their insecurities despite it being your love language, if it is or if it's not. Mine's words of affirmation. Lexi's isn't. Hers is quality time. I like quality time, but I don't need it. I could be away from you for a month, and as long as you tell me, hey babe, I love you, I miss you, I'm fine. But with her, she needs the interactions. She needs the interaction. She thrives off them. And so that's just my whole historical in a bubble. My personal perspectives on friendships and romance today. Friendships, first and foremost, now that I'm 22 years old, a lot more mature, I've lived a lot more life, you're gonna have a lot of acquaintances and a lot of people that you're cool with. However, that does not make them your friend, and that does not mean that they should be within your circle. And that's not rude to not have them or consider them in your inner circle. One thing, or one quote that my father has always told me ever since I left Rotan, my hometown, he was like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And that's always stuck with me. And I'm the youngest of my group of friends, but I know for a fact that's God's doing, because I needed a lot more maturation in life. And if you look at any one of my friends across the scope, any one of my inner circle, you will see every single last one of them. They are doing great things. They're individuals with integrity, high character, high values, high morals. They're ambitious yet humble, and they just love people to a certain extent. But majority of my friends are extroverts, and they're just all over the place. And seeing them love people and give life to people just reminds me of how they gave life to me. And then so I start to think, why wouldn't I want to surround myself with these people first and foremost, but secondly, jump in with, how they give life to people, despite how that makes me feel. So friendships, in a nutshell, I would say you gotta understand that every seed you plant isn't gonna reap a harvest, so that's every interaction you have with people. Every time you invest in a so-called friend, that you're not gonna reap a harvest. So I suggest that, of course, you plant your seed, but you also know upon which soil you're planting upon. So inspect the character of this individual, and just as the good book says, you will know them by the fruit that they bear. And so I'm just blessed that I came to realize that I had more acquaintances in my life at that time, and now I have more friends. Romantically, my ideologies today are two individuals given 100% each, not 50-50. I personally believe that's a common misconception in today's generation within relationships. They believe they can be half and they need to be both and. They need to give both of themselves effort-wise. This has impacted my everyday life in a very positive manner. God has done a great deal of work within my spirit, because I used to be very bitter towards love and bitter towards people in general. And through his nurturing and coaching of me concerning love, I'm starting to see God has used this experience to affect every facet of my life in many areas, such as seeing people for their authenticity rather than for their insecurities or their faults, or just their spirit that rubs me the wrong way for, myself. And he has also given me a spirit of, I want to say, enhanced my spirit of love for people. And so I just thank God for him opening my eyes to where I can see people through his eyes. Relational advice I'd give someone is ultimately just to be real. Be yourself, be who you were made to be. God made you for a specific purpose. God made you with purpose. And God made you with love, and you're worthy of love. Be yourself, be real, because people can't authentically love who you pretend to be.